méjì ó gbé. This Odu Ifa teaches that if you have money but you do not have a good wife, this indicates that you have only chosen wealth from heaven, and that was your destiny. Orunmila is a repairer of ill-lucks, meaning Ifa can appease other orishas on your behalf if consulted. Destiny determines actions. A motherless child can become prosperous if he had chosen good fortune from heaven. Among several other messages, the person whom this Odu Ifa appears to should appease Orisha Nla and Ifa for good fortune, and this person should not blame others for his or her misfortune. He or she is living in alignment with his or her destiny. Oyeku méjì. This Ifa teaches that we should make sure that we take care of our parents and elders. It says we will reap whatever we have sowed, and we always find support when it's time to be in a leadership position. When you find yourself as a leader, cater for the people you lead, so your reign may be long. Whoever this Ifa appears to, among others, should be persevere during hard times, for things would surely get better, and as soon as he gets to the leadership position, he or she should find ways to make his or her community great, so that people will remember him for his good deeds. Ìwórì méjì. This Ifa talks about adultery, and it is mainly directed to a couple in need of a child. It says that women should not be adulterous, and vice versa when they are looking for a baby. If the both partners are not adulterous, Olodumare will give them a child at their own appointed time. This Odu says one will have a child if such a person has a faithful partner. And Ifa says that the client must not change his job in order to achieve early success. Odi méjì. This Ifa teaches us to practice our profession diligently and truthfully, because Olodumare is watching. It also says that it is important to know that it is our last deed that will be used to judge us. This Ifa says that if you are poor today, you will definitely make it in future, as long as you make the required sacrifice and observe the taboos that are connected to this Odu, and also to be faithful always at your workplace. Ìrósùn méjì. This Odu Ifa teaches that one should always hold festivals for orishas regularly, so that they may remember such a person with good things and grant such a person victory. When this Odu is divined, the client needs to appease the family lineage Orisha, which they have abandoned, by fixing a date for the Orisha festival for prosperity. Ọ̀wọ́nrìn méjì. Ọ̀wọ́nrìn méjì teaches not to envy anyone. Stop practicing evil against your fellow human, for if you do, you will face the consequences. This Odu Ifa says that the client should be able to take risk when handling a business, and if such a business falls, it will rise again, and the client should not pay evil with evil after attaining success in order for the business to last long successfully. Obara Meji. This Odu Ifa teaches us to have determination and be focused on our businesses, because if one is determined, one will be successful. Obara Meji says that whoever this Odu Ifa appears to should face his or her business and should not associate in wrongdoings after the prescribed sacrifice has been done. This Odu Ifa also warns such a person to avoid unnecessary foul plays. Okoran Meji. This Odu Ifa teaches to take care of ourselves before it gets worse. If a babalawo can't solve the problems, get another babalawo that will find a solution to the ailments. But such a person needs to make sacrifice, not just for him or herself alone, but the whole family, in order to avoid terrible illness upon the entire family. Ogunda Meji. This Odu Ifa teaches us not to stop acquiring knowledge, as knowledge may be gained from anywhere. It could be from a child or a slave. Never feel you know it all. Ogunda Meji also says we should always feel free to express our mind, as it may be of goodness for us and whoever involved. This Ifa is telling us that whatever we wish to buy or whoever we wish to marry will be of benefit to us, and we should therefore value them. Osa Meji. This Ifa teaches us not to be carried away with the love of money, because in pursuit of money there are hazards attached to it, which is dangerous. This Odu Ifa is telling such a person to continue with his or her present job, but you had spiritual backing, because the job will make him or her prosper. In an attempt to find another job, this could jeopardize a lot of things for such a person. Osa Meji also warns the client not to do anything illegal, because it might end up claiming his or her life. Ika Meji. This Ifa teaches that success is the top priority in human life. If one fails in his or her life endeavors, he or she should seek help and solution to the problems. This Odu Ifa is telling such a person to appease the Orishas by making sacrifice to get success in everything he or she lays his or her hands upon. Oturukpon Meji. This Ifa teaches us not to forget to teach and show our children on how to worship and make sacrifices to the Orishas, so they do not suffer in the future due to negligence. Also, the youth should pay attention to their family heritage. Whoever this Odu Ifa appears to should never forget his or her family heritage and must not consider himself or herself too young to take care of his or her family heritage, and he or she should pay homage to elders, as he or she shall receive assistance from them. Otura Meji. This Ifa is teaching us not to be disobedient to whatever Ifa asks us to do in order to be wealthy in life. This Odu Ifa is telling such a person whom this Odu Ifa appears to offer a sacrifice as prescribed by the Babalawo in order to draw his or her distance from wealth closer. Irete Meji. This Ifa teaches that one should consult Ifa first before starting any business. And if Ifa gives the go-ahead, it's certain that such a business will be successful. This Odu Ifa is telling such a person that people may discourage him, but once Ifa gives the go-ahead and he makes the necessary sacrifices, he or she will prosper in it. Osmeji. This Odu Ifa encourages farming as a part-time job and could be done in a leisure period, and there is nothing bad for a Babalawo to add farming to his priesthood. This Odu Ifa is telling such a person that whenever he is going to a foreign land, he or she should make sacrifice, and he should always listen to his employer's advice because they are the source of his or her riches. And if he or she sees that his or her job is not paying well, such a person should add farming to his or her job. Ofun Meji. We are being taught by Ifa not to envy anyone, because whatever we be, we surely be. Ofun Meji says it is inevitable not to have enemies, and more so, patience is a virtue, and we should always learn how to say sorry, whether we are wrong or right.